Hello everyone, I am Preposition. Welcome back. In the last lecture we studied the identification of the objects. That is the direct object and the indirect object. Our today's topic is the passive voice of transitive verbs with two objects. In the last lecture we studied that some of the transitive verbs take two objects, the direct object and the indirect object. In such cases, while converting the sentence from active to passive, any one of the object may become the subject. But the indirect object is preferred for the subject. Another object is retained. It is a remaining object. It is called the retained object. Here I have written some sentences. We have to study these sentences. We have to convert them into passive voice. But before studying them, before converting the sentences, let us see the structure. The sentence with two objects we can convert in two ways. Without changing meaning, we can convert these sentences in two ways. Means by taking or by using the direct object first, and number two, by using the indirect object first. Without changing meaning, you can do this. Let us see the structure. Indirect object means if you make use of the indirect object first in the sentence, you will have to follow this structure. Subject, that is indirect object, plus helping verb, plus VP, plus direct object, plus by, plus object. Means subject in active voice. If you make use of the direct object first as the subject in passive voice, follow this structure. See this structure. Subject, that is direct object, plus helping verb, plus V3, plus preposition, plus indirect object, plus by, plus object, means subject in active voice. What difference do you find in these two structures? Here in direct object means if you make use of the direct object in passive voice as the subject, then you need to make use of an appropriate preposition before the indirect object. It is must. Okay? You have to make use of either to or for and convert the sentence. Let us see the sentences. Let us study them so that you will understand better. I am reading the sentence. First sentence is, Mr. Joshi teaches us English. In this sentence, Mr. Joshi is the subject, teaches is the verb, us is the indirect object, and English is the direct object. The verb in this sentence is teaches, and it helps us to identify the tense of the sentence. This sentence is in simple present tense. Now let us convert the sentence into passive voice. First of all, let us make use of the indirect object. This sentence is in active voice and us is the indirect object here. If we want to make use of us as the subject in passive voice, we will have to change it into we. Us becomes we. Okay, so now we has become the subject. The sentence is in simple present tense, and so we have to make use of the helping verb are. We do not say we is, we say we are. So we are. Then what? We think. In this sentence, teaches is the main verb, and so taught is the past participle of it, means V3 of it. Then what? Direct object. In this sentence, English is the direct object, and so it is written here. Then what? By. According to structure, by is written, and finally object. What is the object here? Mr. Joshi. Why? Because in this sentence, Mr. Joshi is the subject and it becomes object in the passive voice. So the conclusion of the sentence is, We are taught English by Mr. Joshi. Okay. Now, the second way of conversion is by using the direct object as the subject. Just convert the sentence. See here. English is the direct object. It has become the subject here. English is singular in number. The sentence is in simple present tense. And so, the helping verb used here is, what should it be? Is or are? As it is singular in number, the helping verb should be is. And so, it is written here. English is. Then what? V3. What is V3? Taught. English is taught. Teach is the main verb and taught is the past participle. Past participle. Then what? Preposition. Which preposition should be used here before the indirect object? In this sentence, the indirect object is us. Now we have to make use of an appropriate preposition before the indirect object. So what should it be? To or for? And one of them we have to use here. So, to whom English is taught? To whom is English taught? To whom? To us. And so, to is an appropriate preposition here. Okay, then us, indirect object, and according to the structure, then by and then object. In this sentence, Mr. Joshi is the subject and so it becomes object here in passive voice. So the conversion of the sentence is English is taught to us by Mr. Joshi. In this way, you can convert the sentence in two ways. We can convert the sentence without changing meaning and tense. Okay? I hope that this is clear. Now see the second sentence. He gave me a book. In this sentence, he is the subject, gave is the main verb, me is the indirect object, and a book is the direct object. Because of the verb gave, we can identify the tense of the sentence. This sentence is in simple past tense. Now let us convert this sentence into passive voice by taking the objects one by one. Let us take the first object, that is the indirect object, as the subject here. In this active voice, me is the indirect object. When it is used in passive voice as the subject, it becomes I. Means me becomes I. The sentence is in simple past tense and so what should be the helping verb there? We have to make use of an appropriate helping verb and so here was is used. Okay, then what? V3. What is the V3? In this sentence, gave is the verb. It is in past tense. Okay, given is the past participle of it and so I have written here given. Then what? Direct object. A book is the direct object so it is written here. Then what? By, according to structure, and finally object. In this sentence, he is the subject and he becomes him in passive voice when it is used as an object. So the conversion of the sentence is I was given a book by him. Now let us take the direct object as the subject and convert the sentence. See here. A book is the direct object here. Now it has become the subject. A book. Then as the sentence is in simple past tense, book is singular in number and so was is used. Was is an appropriate helping verb. Okay. Then what? V3. That is given. Past participle is given here. Then what? Preposition. Why preposition? Because whenever we use the direct object as the subject in passive voice, we have to make use of an appropriate preposition, that is to or for, before the indirect object. And so here before this indirect object me, we have to make use of the preposition, and to is an appropriate preposition here. Then what? By and then him. In this sentence, he is the subject, and so in passive voice it becomes him. So the conversion of the sentence is a book was given to me by whom? By him, sorry. Okay, so in this way you can convert the sentence. The third sentence is Meena has given me a toy. Meena is the subject, has is the helping verb, given is a past participle, then me is the indirect object, and a toy is the direct object. This sentence is in present perfect tense. How to identify it? See here the structure, has plus past participle, has given. Because of this, we can understand that the sentence is in present perfect tense. Then how to convert the sentences of present perfect tense or perfect tense into passive voice? In one of the lectures, we have already studied the conversion of the sentences of perfect tenses into passive voice. In the same way, we have to do this, but with a little bit change. See this. Meena is the subject, has is the helping verb, given is the past participle, me is the indirect object, and a toy is the direct object. Now first of all, let us take the indirect object me. This becomes I in passive voice. As the sentence is in present perfect tense, we have to make use of an appropriate helping verb here. Okay, so what should be here? I have. Sentence is in present perfect tense, and so here the helping verb used is have. Whenever there is has, have or had. In passive voice, we have to make use of been plus past participle. So, I have been. Then what? Given. What? Direct object then? A toy. By Meena. Okay? So, the conversion of the sentence is I have been given a toy by Meena. Okay? So, see the structure. Subject, helping verb, plus been, plus past participle, plus direct object, plus by, plus object. So, in this way, we have to convert the sentences. Now, let us take the direct object as the subject and convert the sentence. See here. In this sentence, the direct object is a toy. It has become subject here, a toy. Then what? The sentence is in present perfect tense. A toy is singular in number, and so here the helping verb used is has. Then what? Been. Then past participle, that is V3. Then to whom a toy has been given. It is given to me. Okay, it has been given to me, and so we have to make use of to. Whenever there is direct object used as the subject, we have to make use of an appropriate preposition to or for before the indirect object. Here, an appropriate preposition is to, and so we have made use of this before the indirect. Then what? By and then Meena. So, the sentence is like this. That is the conversion of the sentence. Meena has given me a toy. Is like this. A toy has been given to me by Meena. So, I hope that you have understood this. The next sentence is, she is giving him the pens. This sentence is in present continuous tense. Because of is giving, you can understand the tense of the sentence. She is the Subject is the helping verb. Then giving is the verb that shows you the sentence is in continuous tense. Then him is the indirect object and the pens is the direct object. Now let us convert the sentence. In this sentence, indirect object is him. And so let us begin passive voice with the indirect object. If there is him in active voice, while converting the sentence into passive voice, we have to make use of he. Now he has become the subject. Then what? Helping verb. What should be the helping verb here? The sentence is in present continuous tense. So the helping verb used is. Then what? Being. Whenever the sentence is in continuous tense, we have to make use of being there. B-E-R-N-G plus past participle in passive voice. And so here also we have done the same thing. So he is being given. Then what? Direct object. The pens is the direct object and so it is written here. The pens. Then what? According to structure by, and finally her. Why her? Because in this sentence she is the subject. So the conversion of the sentence, she is giving him the pens, is as he is being given the pens by her. Now let us take the direct object as the subject and convert sentence. The pens is the subject here. In this sentence, it is the direct object. Now it has become the subject in passive voice. So the pens is plural in number and the sentence is in present continuous tense. And so the helping verb used here is are. Then what? ing word is there. And so as the sentence is in continuous tense, we have to make use of being. So the pens are being. Then what? Past participle. Then given. To whom? To him. And so to is used. Here also we have to make use of an appropriate preposition before the indirect object. Then according to structure, put by and finally the object. In this sentence, the subject is she and it becomes her in passive voice. Okay, so in this way, we have to convert the sentences. So today, we studied here the sentences like this. Mr. Joshi teaches us English. This sentence is in simple present tense. The second sentence, he gave me a book in simple past tense. Then, Mina has given me a toy. This sentence is in present perfect tense. And the last one, she is giving him the pets. This is in present continuous tense. So in this way, we have studied the conversion of the sentences. Okay, so what you have to understand here is whenever the whenever the indirect object is used as the subject, you have to follow this structure. But if you want to make use of the direct object first as the subject in passive voice, you need to follow this structure. One more thing is there. One more important thing is that whenever the sentence, that is the passive voice, begins with the direct object, it is necessary to make use of an appropriate preposition before the indirect object. It is must. It should be either to or for. Okay? And other things are as usual. So I hope that whatever I have explained here is clear to you. So try to convert the sentences and practice a lot.